Seems like I've had more luck on cold nights lately, so I wanted to head out. I still have a magazine's worth of these 120 grain Nosler ballistic tips to test for the Grendel. So I made my way out, got to the first property and managed to see a boar in some extremely tall grass, but saw him right off the bat and just had to make my way over to him. I'm actually standing on the cement feed troughs because the ground is extremely soggy at this point and muddy. So this is my best way to get a good angle to be able to take a shot at the hog. And I just checked left and right. There he is tearing up the ground. But I know I've got a clean background over here. I do have to worry about cattle on this property. But standing on the trough, I'm having to utilize my trigger stick that I use my tripod as a monopod. There's just not enough room to be able to spread it out. Here I've just moved up. I've actually walked to the next trough over. I'm just trying to get a better angle at this hog. He's not giving me a good shot, which he will here in just a second. And it's ready to go to work. And just like that, that hog is down. A little scan to the right and left again to see if any other targets come out. Nope, that's it. So now I got to make my way through the wet ground to be able to get to him. He ended up coming in at 195 pounds. He was decent size. You'll see here in a second, the entry point for that Nosler ballistic tip was mid-neck, not very remarkable. But as with the other ones I've seen so far, the exit, when the bullet does exit, is rather impressive. So that was it for him, and I made my way on over here to the next property where I ended up seeing an entire sounder of hogs. And again, I was fortunate to have the wind in my favor as I made my way over to them. So we'll pick up the action here. Just doing some initial scanning at this point. Now there is a road off to the right-hand side, so the largest hog on the right is going to be initially out of play for me. I mean, I could take the shot, but I'd rather be safe. Not a lot of traffic on this road, but I still don't want to shoot in the direction of a road. So I figure the hogs are going to go off to the left once I start firing, and that's exactly what they do. My apologies for the bad image here. I managed to get some condensation over there on my screen that I looked through, and I tried wiping with my glove, and everything was blurry for me here. So here I am getting ready to line up on this hog and pick up the action. And here is where I experienced my first malfunction with the Grendel. Ended up getting the double feed of death, so it took me a few moments to be able to get that magazine out and get that round unstuck and get back in action. By that point, everybody was gone. This was the third hog I shot. It ended up just taking a spine shot, so I put it down as soon as I saw it. Looking at the hogs in order here, this was the first shot at 89 yards on about a 140-pound boar. Entry wound is relatively unremarkable again, and the exit wound is rather impressive again. When the bullets exit out of these Nosler ballistic tips, they usually leave a pretty good wound. This was the second one, the large sow. She took a shot up a little high in the spine. She did not die immediately. I ended up finishing her off, but she was paralyzed. Again, there's another nice exit wound from the Nosler ballistic tip when they exit. This was the runner that you ended up seeing me put down at the end. That was the spine shot, and then the one that I put behind her shoulder did not exit. And here's just a group photo because I like dragging hogs in the middle of the night. But other than that, the Nosler ballistic tip has done fairly well for me. I'll do a wrap-up video here once I get the rest of my stuff together, and you have a wonderful day.